On behalf of all of us, my name is Beasley saying so long and enjoy your evening. We'll see you Saturday. Right now, though, Alanna, Nolan, and Torie Peterson standing by with tonight's Ram post-game show, brought to you by your Alberta Ram dealers.
Winning Motor Trend Truck of the Year 3 times in a row? That had never been done before. Then again, neither had a 12-inch touchscreen or 1,000 pound-feet of torque. Never been done before. It's just kind of our thing.
Well, welcome to Flames Post-Game Live, brought to you by your Alberta Ram dealers. Alanna Nolan alongside Flames.com's Torie Peterson joining us on the desk tonight. What a treat as we're going to break down this 7-1 thrashing by the Flames handed to the St. Louis Blues tonight. Torie, just your thoughts on this game. I don't think anybody expected this outcome tonight.
Yeah, well, they wanted a rebound game after that game on Saturday that they thought they should have won. It was well played. They just didn't have a lot of puck luck. There wasn't a lot of finish in Edmonton. You cannot say that about this evening with 7 goals. It started off with that goal from the St. Louis Blues, but after that, it was all Flames. All
Flames, 7 unanswered goals, and we're about to see them right now. As Torie said, the St. Louis Blues opened the scoring. It was Tyler Bozak on the first shot for the Blues in the first period.
Yeah, he just picks it up. There's a loose puck in front of the net. Markey was so far over that he couldn't quite get his leg over, but as it turns out, that would be the only one they were going to get tonight.
And that's tough. The first shot of the game, that's always tough for the goaltenders.
And it's tough for the defense, too, because you think you're in a rhythm, and then that happens.
All right. And then it would be Nikita Zadorov. 51 seconds later would get the Flames on the board.
Absolute rocket from Nikita. He has quite a shot. It's nice to see him shoot a little bit more here.
And Eric Goodbranson gets an assist on that one, playing in his 600th game tonight. Then it would be Chris Tanev, his second of the season on a setup from Johnny Gaudreau.
Yeah, beautiful setup from Johnny. The patience to hold on to that puck and let the defender go down, and then just passes it right over to Tanny, who has a wide open net.
We go to the power play next, and it would be Elias Lindholm, his 13th of the year from Johnny, and guess who? Matthew Tkachuk.
Shocker. Yeah, Lindy's just on those hash marks there waiting for the puck, and there isn't a defender near him, so he has all the time in the world to get that shot off.
So that was 3 unanswered goals in the opening 20. We would go to the second period, though.
Sean Monahan is a shooter, as we all know, and he is a power play specialist, and he's really coming into his own here. He's gotten in quite a groove here. Another
Matthew Tkachuk assist on that one. And then it would be Blake Coleman's turn. His 8th of the year, picks up capitalizes on a misplay in front of the net there.
Yeah, that defender just couldn't hold on to him. He was able to knock that puck away, but great work by Michael Backlund along the boards to get that puck on net and defend against the boards.
Calgary's next goal. Oh, no, this is a hit on Johnny Gaudreau.
It was a little scary there. You thought, oh no, but he just goes right back into the play. And all of a sudden, it's in the back of the net. Yeah. Adam Ruzicka with a really nice goal there.
With another assist from Matthew Tkachuk.
All that guy does is set up goals.
He did it at least tonight, for sure. Into the third period, Binnington's night was done.
Yeah, Johnny Gaudreau with that's a heck of a shot that he got off there and just zooms past a tired defender and rips it past Binnington.
Johnny Gaudreau's 16th of the year, another from his friend Matthew Tkachuk, who had only 5 points today.
Only 5 points. I'm not sure if there's if I'm correct on this, but he might be the only of a father-son duo to put up 5 points in a single NHL game, because Keith did it, I think, back in 2003, randomly. Oh, don't know why that's in my brain, but there you go.
Just randomly thought of that, huh?
Random stat of the night.
Well, speaking of Matthew Tkachuk, he always plays well against this St. Louis Blues team. We know that he spends a lot of time in St. Louis or the St. Louis area in the off-season. Like you mentioned, his dad, a longtime Blues, is a part of the organization. I believe 17 points in 12 meetings now for Matthew Tkachuk.
Not too shabby. I remember his first game back in St. Louis, and I believe he put up a point or two there, but he just looked really motivated. Not that he's not motivated every night, but there is something about playing your hometown team. So it was nice to see him get up tonight and put up those 5 points.
And he's been rolling as of late, Torie. Maybe just a thought on he had a multi-point game on Tuesday against the Florida Panthers, again tonight. Just sort of what's working well for him, do you think?
Him and Johnny are really clicking. Not that Lindy isn't, but it just seems like the offense is flowing from 13 and 19. They read off each other so incredibly well, no matter what the situation is. And he has 13 points of his last 5 games now. So it just really shows that he is in a groove. And it's hard to knock him out when he's playing like this.
Yeah.
Like, he's just unstoppable. It's hard to knock him off a puck. It's hard to get him off his rhythm. So this only bodes well for the Flames, who are heading into a really busy schedule.
I was just about to say, this has to mean good things for 19 to be rolling as we head into a pretty busy February schedule.
Yeah, and he's actually in St. Louis on Thursday, so start of a back-to-back trip in Columbus and St. Louis. So that'll be nice for him to head home and potentially see some family in the stands that night and potentially put up a few more points.
Well, let's hope we see that. I guess head coach is ready to chat with us. So let's hear from head coach Daryl Sutter on his thoughts from tonight's game.
Yeah, sorry guys.
Sorry.
Just wanted to ask about just seeing that drive from your defense to sort of set the tone in terms of scoring. Were you pretty pleased to see that?
Well, they scored the first goal on an error, so I was pleased to see our response and score a minute after that.
And just in general, an offensive performance, from so many different of your players.
Well, I think Matthew and Johnny were in on 5 of them.
Mm-hmm.
Haley Salvian, go ahead.
Daryl, this was the most goals your team has scored in a game, but also the second fewest shots against. Other than that first error and first goal against, does that kind of show that this was a good two-way effort on both sides?
You know what? I thought our power play scored the goals that ended up making the difference in the game. I think our second period was really solid. We didn't give them much. So, that's a little bit of an improvement on our last game. So, bottom line is we have to check to win. So tonight 2 goals was enough to win, and that's how you got to play.
Did you feel like your team did a good job capitalizing on the errors that the Blues made coming on maybe a tired back-to-back?
Yep, and I'm sure they were. Time change, elevation. I've been on the other side. I've done that too, coming into here, and the style they play is a hard game, and last night's a hard game, and so something we talked about was you got to man up when you play St. Louis.
Eric Francis, go ahead.
Daryl, can you just talk about that chemistry between Gaudreau and Tkachuk, particularly tonight?
Not particularly tonight. I think I've said it several times over the course of the year that they pretty much, that line carries our team for the most part. We need to get some more out of everybody in order to be successful.
Ryan Pike.
Daryl, obviously you're headed into a very busy stretch here. What do you want your team to take from this game and I guess bring them with them as you go through this busy stretch?
Well, you get points for winning. So you either get 2 or 1. So you get 2 in 60, and sometimes you get 1 in the extras. So you need points. It's very simple. Let's not complicate the matter.
And I guess you mentioned that you usually get most of your offense from that one group. To see so many other guys, I think you had like 2/3 of the skaters dress get at least a point. I think all but 3 skaters get a shot on goal. To have so many people contribute chances, at least, is that a positive moving forward?
Well, we had that many chances in Edmonton, and it was perceived as not a positive. So you got to bear down on your opportunities.
Okay, we'll take a couple more here. Kristen Anderson and Darren Haynes.
I just wanted to ask about Ruzicka. I don't know if it was a surprise to see him out there for us at least.
Yeah.
What did you like about his game, the youngster, tonight?
He's got to get better on face-offs, get better on his detail of his game to stay in the lineup. I think that Johnny and Matthew made great plays for him, and he buried it. He's got all the tools. He's just got to decide where he wants to go with it.
Okay, last one to Darren Haynes.
Daryl, 5 assists for Matthew Tkachuk tonight. Is that maybe an underappreciated element of his game, is his playmaking ability?
I don't think so. I've said this lots, Matthew's got great vision when he's got the puck, and playing on his off wing this year gives him a whole different dynamic of what he can see and what he can do, and he's making the most of it.
Okay, thanks, Daryl.
Yep.
All right, well, we heard Daryl talking about the chemistry between 19 and 13 tonight and how that line really carries this team, he's feeling like. So why don't we talk a little bit about Johnny Gaudreau? We talked about Matthew Tkachuk already, but Johnny, not to be outshadowed, he had 4 points in tonight's effort.
Yeah, and he's going to the All-Star game for a reason, his 6th All-Star appearance since he joined the league. So that's nice to see. He's being rewarded for his hard work this season. He has 10 points in his last 5 games as well. He's just flying. Everyone knows what an elite playmaker he is, but I think this year we've really seen how strong his 200-foot game can be. He's played tremendously well defensively, and it's paying off offensively. He's putting up a ton of points, leads his team in scoring, and he's just so tricky to track down when he's in the offensive zone. Defenders just can't seem to pin him down, and he gets away from defenders like you just saw and is able to squeak shots through. So he's having just an incredible season, and it's nice to see him continue to roll.
Yeah, is he a guy that, really needs that consistent, scoring touch and everything else in order to make an impact? Yeah,
and I think when he's scoring, you're seeing that 200-foot game that we spoke about, it's even stronger. It's very consistent from him the last couple of years. He's been building that 200-foot game, his defensive play, and now it's like it's all coming together, and you're seeing an elite playmaker and an incredibly strong two-way player.
Right. Well, speaking of the fantastic duo, here are Matthew Tkachuk and Johnny Gaudreau.
Sure. Hey, guys. Matthew, maybe you can just start with you, just in general, positive to bounce back like this, especially after Saturday night?
Yeah, definitely. We had a 2-goal lead after the first period in Edmonton, and had a 2-goal again tonight. Sorry. And just played better in the second period and didn't give them much. They didn't have much after 2 periods. And the third period they got a little bit more time in our zone and a little more shots and more chances, which we weren't happy about. But I thought in general we're happy with that game.
And can you talk about the guy beside you tonight?
Yeah,
made some pretty nice plays.
Yeah, made some great plays. Was moving well. Obviously him and Lindy are very easy to play with, very easy to read off of. Seemed like tonight was kind of one of those games where we, one of us would get the puck and the other two were working for space and getting open, and some nice plays out there, and just a lot of time in their zone, which, even if you're not scoring all the time, you want to be in their zone, create as many chances as we did tonight. Not that the power play was good as well, and he was a big part of that.
Okay, media. Haley Salvin, go ahead.
I guess, Johnny, just to flip that, what would you say about the way Matthew played tonight, having 5 assists on 7 of the goals?
Yeah, he's making plays out there. Obviously, smart player. So, he can see the ice really well, uses his teammates, and he made some big plays tonight. And thankfully, we got a win from that.
I feel like we've probably asked you guys this a lot this season, so I apologize to do this now, but what works so well, not just on your line with Elias Lindholm, but just the two of you chemistry-wise?
Yeah, I think, like I said, we all see the ice really well. We're good buddies off the ice, and, we have good chemistry, practicing together as well. So, it makes it a lot easier coming to the rink, and, I think we're, finding a lot of chemistry in the start of the season, and, we're just kind of building and building and building off of it, and, we're getting rewarded, and, hopefully we can keep playing this way.
Wes Gilbertson, then Kristen Anderson.
Matthew, what what sort of text message do you think you'll get after getting 5 points against the team your dad works for?
I'm not sure. I'm sure he would have. I don't know. Maybe I'm putting words in his mouth. I'm not even gonna say it. What I was about to say, but he probably wanted it to be an OT game. But for us to play well, I don't know who he wanted to win the OT game, but no, he he doesn't matter what team he works for, but he's obviously one of my brother's biggest fan and great mentor, and obviously not only him, but obviously my line mates and teammates know how much I want to win against those guys. The hometown team, a lot of people watching. It's same. We got a lot of guys in Toronto. It's like when we go to Toronto, you want to win that game for the guys that are from there. Tons of people watching. So I don't know exactly what he'll text me. Maybe he went to bed early and I won't even get a text. I don't know.
Okay.
Sorry, can I just squeeze in one more? And,
go ahead.
And if you guys wouldn't mind both answering this for me. Lots of people are gonna, be talking tomorrow. Hey, did you see what Johnny and Matthew did last night? 9 points combined. But what do you hope that Flames fans are talking about after your guys' team effort tonight?
Probably, I think the thing that we're happiest with in the locker room is we didn't give them much, and they got a goal early, and I feel like that's one of the few times this year where we've given up the first goal and come back and won. So hopefully they talk about that, and we've got 5 games left, so we need to win most of them if we want to be in a playoff spot come All-Star break. So hopefully they don't talk about us.
Okay, Kristen Anderson.
Maybe you guys in part already answered this, but just I know St. Louis came in, a pretty tired group. It became very obvious very early on, but you guys had to show up too. I mean, you can't. There's been games this season where it hasn't gone that way for you guys. I guess maybe just the importance of showing up in games like this when you could tell a team is tired and capitalizing on it.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, like you said, I mean, they've just got done playing a back-to-back, and they're hard to play in this league. While they're playing a game, we're sitting at home getting rested, so it's obviously difficult to play those games. But we're coming off a loss, and they're coming off a win, and we I think kind of wanted it a little bit more tonight, and but like I said, I mean, they're a good team, obviously. Maybe the back-to-back got to them a little bit, but I'm sure we'll see a lot different of a team when we go there in 2-3 nights. So we need to be ready for another a big game against them, and we're going to be coming off a back-to-back, so we need to be prepared.
Last question to Darren Haynes here. Darren, go ahead.
Matthew, there are different aspects of your game that probably come to the surface and come to mind for people more than your playmaking ability. But for that part of your game, what kind of pride do you take in your ability to kind of set up and that aspect of your game?
Yeah, see a play, make a play, kind of. I mean, it's pretty simple, but be around the net, try to have good hands and tight, and whether it's in the corner or on the walls, just look for my line mates and spread out the zone, and just, I know we've talked about it a bunch already, but just playing with 2 other very good players, so makes my job easy.
Okay, thanks, guys.
We call it the Ram 1500 Limited. But truth be told, there's nothing limited about it. Ram 1500, winner, J.D. Power Award for Best Driver Appeal.
The all-new Ram 1500 is here with unmatched capability, technology, and luxury. This truck makes no compromises. Welcome back to the post-game show. Alanna Nolan alongside Torie Peterson. Torie, one of the things Daryl Sutter mentioned in his post-game interview was that the power play made a difference in this game.
Yeah, absolutely. Special teams was huge tonight. Getting those 2 in the power play is a big deal. So you're able to get clicking and you get that offensive touch going, and it just builds confidence on the bench.
Yeah, and this one was the first one from Elias Lindholm.
Yeah, and again, he was left all alone there. That guy's not going to miss from the hash marks.
Definitely set the pace for the Flames, who came out guns a-blazing after this one. And then Sean Monahan would capitalize on the second power play.
Yeah, he's really found his groove lately. He's especially on the power play. Like, this guy knows how to shoot the puck, and he's really feeling it.
Yeah. Another thing I wanted to talk to you about is the emergence of the defense stepping up into an offensive role. We saw Chris Tanev score his second goal of the night. Last game was Noah Hannafin had 3 points. Game before that was Rasmus Andersson getting his first goal of the year. So how important and what does it mean to have the defense as secondary scoring right now?
It's huge because they're they're figuring out where they can pick their spots and where they're comfortable picking their spots and taking those shots. Not that they weren't earlier in the year, but it felt like there's a bit of a lag with the schedule, and you're only playing one game every 4 or 5 days for a bit, even longer, and then having that long COVID layoff. It just felt like they weren't, they didn't have a rhythm as a group offensively. So to see them kind of get going here, it's only going to bode well as we have more and more games on the schedule.
Right. Well, you mentioned the schedule. It gets home heavy after the All-Star break here. And things seem to be clicking at home, which wasn't necessarily the story at the beginning of the season. So how important is it to, find some wins at home?
Yeah, we hear a lot of the guys talking about how they want to make this place a tough place to play. They want to have opponents be a bit fearful when they come to the Saddle Dome. So they were road warriors to start, as we know. They picked up plenty of their points on the road early on in this season, but now it seems like they've really found it here. It's great, and the fans are loud. We're only at 50% capacity, but it feels a lot more because the crowd is giving them that energy. And like you said, after the All-Star break, there is a lot of games on Scotiabank Saddle Dome ice.
So get ready. Get ready, Flames fans. All right, next up for the Flames, it's going to be Wednesday night. They take a 2-game road trip, first in Columbus and then St. Louis in a back-to-back. And the Calgary Flames will be back here at the Scotiabank Saddle Dome on January 29th. That is Saturday when they take on the Vancouver Canucks. Torie, thank you so much for joining me on the post-game show. It was nice. It's not Women's Day. It's just a random Monday.
It's just a random Monday. I'll see you again in March, I think.
I hope so. Awesome. Well, thank you so much, guys. Hope you enjoyed the game tonight.